Hi, I'm down in the forest this morning because I want to teach you about the phrasal verbs using the verb to get. To get is the most common verb which we use for phrasal verbs, so it's a good one to master. I will be making possibly about 3 videos so that I can show you all the different phrasal verbs that use to get. So we're down in the forest and it's snowing lightly, and the first phrasal verb really that I think we should do is get up, because we all get up in the morning, and we got up this morning about 6 a.m. and came out, but we didn't actually get out of the house, we didn't leave the house until 8 a.m. because it took us quite a long time to get ready. One of the most important phrasal verbs is to get over, and I want to show you this tree which has fallen across the path here. So this tree, we could call it an obstacle. An obstacle is anything which gets in your path, something which gets in the way of your progress. You're trying to do something and suddenly there's an obstacle. So you might get sick, you might have a problem, your car might break down, but these are all obstacles. So this tree here is an obstacle. So I'm going to get over this obstacle. So we could say, I've been sick all week, but I need to get over it. I need to keep going on my path, straight ahead. So if we get over something, maybe you've had a problem at work and it's been very difficult, but you can say, I'm getting over it. I need to get over it. Or things were difficult, but I got over it. I carried on my path, carried on moving. So now we're going to get across here. So I'm going to step across or get over this, and this is where it comes from. So I'm going to get over this tree. There we are. So I can say now I've got over that obstacle and I can continue on my path. So now we're walking along this path and you can see that Milla is getting ahead. So she's moving along in front of me and she's further along than I am. So I could say she's getting ahead. Getting ahead we use in business English often. If we have competitors, maybe other businesses, and we say something like, we need to increase our budget or we need to work harder because we need to get ahead of our competitors. If you're in a race and everybody was running and somebody was getting ahead, like Beanie is here, then we might say we need to run faster. We need to get ahead. So it's quite a useful phrasal verb. As we're walking down here, so I could say we're getting along this path, but we usually use get along to talk about when we are very comfortable with somebody or a situation, but usually with people. So I could say, my neighbours and I, we get along very well. We have fun together, we can chat together. Generally, we get along well. Beanie and Milla get along very well. And the cats, Beanie and Milla, get along very well. We also use get along to talk about how maybe again something has been difficult, but we're getting along with it now. And another phrasal verb I want to use is getting across. So again, we're talking about obstacles. And if I walk down here, you can see that this big tree here has fallen down with the snow. And usually I would walk around here and up this path. But because this tree has fallen down over the path, I need to get across this little river here by walking down. So if I can get down here, so get down can mean travel down a slope. This is quite a steep slope. And also get down, we can use to say we're going to get down to work now, which means that maybe we've had a break, maybe we've stopped for a coffee, and now it's time to get down to work. It means to seriously start working again after a break. Let's get down to it. We've talked for 5 minutes, let's get down to work. So we often use it in the working environment. So I'm going to make sure I don't fall down while I'm getting down the slope. And I'm going to try to get across here without falling in the mud. Oh, it's quite difficult. There. So now I can say I've got across. So the river was an obstacle. The river was a problem, but I've got across it. I got across. And the other way we use to get across is when we want to make sure the other person has understood what we were saying. So I hope this video has helped you to learn some of the phrasal verbs. As I said, there will be other videos, but I hope that got across the meaning of those phrasal verbs.